Here's something that'll blow your mind. 90% of all data that exists in the world today was created in just the last 2 years. And that massive explosion of information is exactly why artificial intelligence has become absolutely critical for business survival.
Well, that really puts things in perspective. And what's even more striking is that by 2025, about 80% of all that data will be unstructured. Things like videos, photos, and voice recordings that traditional systems just can't handle.
You know what's fascinating about this whole AI revolution? We've moved from theoretical concepts to practical business tools in what feels like the blink of an eye. The technology is evolving so rapidly that what was cutting edge last year might be considered basic today.
Speaking of evolution, could you break down how we got here? I mean, the journey from basic automation to today's generative AI is pretty remarkable.
Well, let's look at some key moments. Back in 2014, Facebook developed Deepface. That was a huge breakthrough because it could recognize faces in photos as accurately as humans. Then we had IBM Watson showing us what natural language processing could do. And now we've got systems like ChatGPT that can write code, analyze complex data, and even engage in creative writing.
And the financial impact of all this is massive. I mean, we're looking at global AI spending more than doubling from $235 billion in 2024 to over $632 billion by 2028.
Right. And what's really interesting is how the banking sector is leading the charge. Take Bank of America's AI assistant Erica. It's completely transformed their customer service model. Or look at HSBC. They've cut their compliance processing time from weeks to just hours using AI.
So what's driving all these institutions to embrace AI so quickly?
Well, it really comes down to 4 main value drivers. First, there's operational optimization. Banks are seeing huge efficiency gains. Second, customer experience is being completely transformed. Third, they're finding new ways to accelerate revenue growth. And fourth, risk management has become much more sophisticated.
You know what really stands out to me? The numbers behind these implementations, like JPMorgan Chase achieving a 95% reduction in false positives for their anti-money laundering program, that's incredible efficiency.
Exactly. And Kabbage's story is equally impressive. They've increased credit approval rates by 15%, while actually decreasing default rates by 20%, all through better data analysis. But, and this is important, these successes don't come without risks.
Like the concerns about data quality and algorithmic bias. How are organizations addressing these challenges?
Well, that's where frameworks like trust ethics come in. Organizations need to ensure their AI systems are not just powerful, but also accountable, transparent, and fair. It's about striking the right balance between innovation and responsibility.
And I imagine this requires quite a shift in organizational culture and leadership approach.
You're absolutely right. Executive leadership has to focus on several key areas simultaneously, raising AI fluency across the organization, demonstrating real value, managing risks, and ensuring proper governance. It's like conducting an orchestra. All these elements need to work in harmony.
That's an interesting analogy. So how do organizations actually start this journey? It seems overwhelming.
Well, the most successful approach we're seeing is think big, start small, scale up. Organizations begin with a clear vision, but start with targeted pilots. Maybe something like automating a specific back-office process or implementing a customer service chatbot.
And I suppose that's where the 18-month transformation journey comes in, moving from those initial pilots to full-scale implementation.
Exactly. The journey typically has 4 phases. First, strategize and mobilize. That's where you develop your AI blueprint and identify high-value opportunities. Second, you make foundational bets, developing MVPs and establishing key technology decisions. Third, you institutionalize AI, building enterprise capabilities and upskilling your workforce. And finally, you iteratively scale successful initiatives across the organization.
That makes sense. though I imagine change management must be crucial throughout this process.
Oh, absolutely. And that's often where organizations stumble. They focus so much on the technology that they forget about the human element. You need proper training, knowledge transfer, and change management strategies. It's not just about implementing AI. It's about transforming how people work with AI as a partner.
Well, that brings up an interesting point about the future of work. How do you see AI changing job roles rather than just eliminating them?
That's a crucial distinction. While 94% of jobs could be exposed to automation by AI, 85% of leaders see this as an opportunity for enhancement rather than replacement. It's about augmenting human capabilities, not replacing them. Think about how AI can handle routine tasks, freeing up humans for more strategic, creative work.
And I suppose that's why the upskilling component is so critical in any AI transformation program.
Precisely. Organizations need to invest in developing both technical and AI literacy skills across all levels. It's not just about having a few AI experts. Everyone needs to understand how to work alongside these systems effectively.
Looking ahead, what do you think are the most exciting possibilities for AI in financial services?
Well, I think we're just scratching the surface. Imagine hyper-personalized banking services that can predict your financial needs before you even realize them, or AI systems that can detect market anomalies and prevent financial crises before they happen. The potential is enormous.
Though with great power comes great responsibility, right?
That's exactly right. As we wrap up, I think that's the key message. AI is incredibly powerful, but it needs to be implemented thoughtfully and responsibly. Success requires balancing innovation with ethics, efficiency with security, and automation with human expertise.
And it seems like the organizations that get that balance right will be the ones that thrive in this new AI-driven world.
Couldn't agree more. The future belongs to those who can harness AI's potential while staying true to their core values and maintaining trust with their customers. It's not just about having the technology, it's about using it wisely.